Hello. Welcome to Mahala Monday. Wonderful to have you with us here today. It is a Heritage Day Eve. I don't know what else to call it, but that is all tomorrow. And it's wonderful to have you along with us. My name is Dougal, and as always, she's here, everybody. The only person that can see smells, and her shadow is red. It's Rhoda.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, Dougal. Thank you for that intro. Oh, my word. But welcome, everyone. I hope you've got your cup of coffee, your tea, your plate of food, if you do have it, and special some people out there that know I'm talking about, your glass of wine.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Enjoy it while we're sitting here entertaining you.
Now, of course, always wonderful to have you along. And if you've been enjoying all the broadcasts, then we ask you just one little favor. Please do us the honor and just subscribe to this as well. Like the show and do share it. And we look forward to your comments. It's an interactive show. And more importantly, the subject matter is always brilliant. And we always talk amazing things. So I've been looking forward to the show, Rhoda.
Definitely, Dougal. You know, we're always talking about people that makes changes, and that basically stands out above everybody else. It's making the world a better place, and also just informing us and making us a bit more knowledgeable of what's happening around us. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think that kind of hits the nail on the head. But we certainly look forward to your contribution as well. But let's get straight into it, and we'll introduce you to our special guest this evening, who's actually en route from Hermanus as we speak through to Cape Town. So we're getting this person in transit. Yeah, to say the least. But just to whet your appetite a little bit before we introduce you to our special guest for the evening, here's a little sneak peek.
Low. Get low.
I can hear the beats. You're just going to wait on the video.
Low. Get low. Get low.
There we go.
Get low. Hey, get down. Gonna work it on the floor. Work it on the floor. Hey, get low. Gonna work it on the floor. Work it on the floor. Hey, get down. Gonna work it on the floor. Work it on the floor. Hey, get low. Gonna work it on the floor. Work it on the floor. Get down. 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 Down.
That's it.
And there you have it. You would have seen the name there, of course, the Drag Cartel. And the person that is all behind this is Nazeem Southgate, who is joining us this evening on Mahala Monday in transit, I believe. Nazeem, welcome to Mahala Monday. Thank you very much for your time. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Really appreciate it. So good to be joining you guys this evening.
Fabulous to have you with us, man. Whereabouts are you now? Are you like halfway?
Yeah, passing the Brackenfell turnoff on the way to Wilmington. So, yeah.
A little bit closer than what you were.
It was today, yeah. Beautiful in Hermanus. Saw some whales. Amazing.
Fantastic. Listen, it is great having you along with us, and we're glad that your journey is nearing to end as you're making your way home. But let's get straight into it. The Drag Cartel has been making waves, like proper waves. When I say waves, similar to the waves you would have seen at the beach today. So it was established middle of last year. Who is the Drag Cartel, and what is behind it? What is the inspiration behind it? What is it?
So the Drag Cartel at the moment, in terms of ownership and management, consists of myself and Maxine Wild. We started about just over a year ago. And the Drag Hotel is basically a talent and creative management agency that focuses on queer performing arts. And I know a lot of people think it's only drag, and it's not. At the moment, we have 17 queer performing artists, 15 in Cape Town and 2 in Johannesburg.
Oh, wow.
And it overlaps within not only drag but live performances, singer-songwriters, MCs, and the like. So it's a little bit more than just drag itself.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So a whole agency that does everything as far as the performing arts and that is concerned.
Correct, correct. Um, and the focus is to manage the careers of these artists, but also to create space and opportunities for them. Um, so it's building their individual brands as well. Yeah, and creating those spaces where they can thrive.
Was that the sole reason for the inspiration behind actually starting this agency?
In some form, yes. I think because I was kind of thrusted into the space a few years back, I've always had a love for drag and developed a love for drag, but I was always in the background, carrying the bags, packing the bags, driving the girls around. And I just fell in love with the art form, but also what value it brings to people's lives. And we've seen this, so yeah, lived in the shadows for a while. And just a year ago, or rather a year and a half ago, we were out at the festival in Nice, and I think that's where it really, really kind of festered in my mind, because I got to spend time with so many girls, and it was actually funny because we were driving down in a Quantum on our way to the festival, and yeah, it was just a beautiful, beautiful time. And then I think it did also start with some of the girls saying, "Oh, I wish I had a manager, and I wish I had somebody that could do this and do that and pack my bags and carry." And as time went on, I told my partner, I said to her that, it's really something that I want to do. But I saw beyond just looking at it from a one-on-one management position. It also was to look at it from a business perspective. And I think it's important for people to understand that the drag cartel is also a business. Yes, we do a lot of good. We do a lot of things over and above the business, but there is actually a business side to the whole venture. So yeah, when I heard that, I approached a group of girls, spoke to them, and started with 4. And not too long after that, we added a few more, and then the footage you see behind you was actually the official kind of launch of the Drag Hotel, and it was absolutely amazing. And from that event came so much positive things, and it's kind of also where we really felt that this is something we can actually do and thrive in. So yeah, that just give you a little bit of a background as to where it started. And now it's full steam ahead.
And now, you've got quite a number of artists. I mean, several.
Yes, yes.
In Cape Town, you've got some artists from Johannesburg as well. Are you hoping to expand to get representation at least from other artists across the other parts of the country?
100%. I think it's very important to understand that we are listening to find healthy, but definitely have aspirations to grow even further nationally. And yeah, impact lives, because I believe through the art form, a lot of people can be touched. And that goes beyond, like I said, just drag. I'm very proud of what we've achieved since the 1st of April when we launched our show called Straight to the Point.
Yeah.
And that has just blown up so much. And I think it's because the messaging that it sends out really speaks towards bridging that gap between the queer and the cis community. I think it's very important because it's stories that get told of real people, We believe that it's an important vehicle for us to be able to touch a lot of lives.
Definitely. I do believe we have a comment.
Comments that we get on our social media platforms really, really believe that it is making a change.
Brilliant. I do believe we have a comment there. We're just going to pop it on the screen.
Yeah.
It's from Mark. Hey there, Mark. Love the drag cartel. I've been a fan of Maxine for years, and to see you come together to help the drag community as a whole is beautiful to see. There you go, Mark. Thank you, Mark. So I just want to find out by you quickly, Nazeem. I mean, I saw some of the video footage there that was at the back. One of the things that actually caught Douglas and myself's attention was one of the ladies basically went forward and her hair color was one color. And when she went back, it was a totally different color. That was your, I think it was one of the ladies that was doing the show at your opening. I mean, that for me was like, wow, you know. So what was, that's just like a magic trick, you know. So what was your first encounter you experienced, do you recall being introduced to the art of drag? Oh, did we lose the Nazeem there? Yeah. As you all know, he is traveling at the moment. I think he was closer to Brackenfell side.
Yeah. He could just be going through a little spot there where the signal is not the best.
Yeah.
Nazeem, are you back?
Are you back?
There you are. Did you get the question that Rhoda asked you?
I think we're just waiting for his sound to come back. You know where I think the problem is? You know when you hit that section on the N1, around that one bend, you just lose signal? I think he's hit that section.
I think he can hear us because he's laughing.
You can hear us.
I can hear you. I can hear
There
you.
we
Sorry, I was on mute. No, I think you know exactly where I was when we hit that patch. So you know that patch very well, yeah.
Definitely.
No, thank you so much for the comment. I think I didn't hear the question fully. I think I just heard hey.
Yes.
And I think I know what you were talking about, but not sure if you don't mind asking that question again.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I said, me watching a video that was playing on the background, I mean, Douglas and myself was impressed about the one lady that when she went down, the hair was a one color, and she came back, it was a different color.
Yes.
So that was like,
Correct.
oh, wow. So my question to you was, what was your first encounter or experience you recall being introduced to the art of drag? Because it's art.
100%. So coming from a space where I literally knew absolutely nothing about drag, nothing about the queer scene either, and it's really when I met Maxine that I was kind of thrusted into that space, and she was the first person I saw perform, and yeah, and I think it took a while for me to get into it because there was a lot of things I didn't understand right at the beginning, like how does this actually work? But I mean, when you go into behind the scenes, you start to get a grip of how serious this actually is and how much effort it actually takes, how much money it takes, and more importantly, how much resilience it takes, because it's really not easy going onto stage and lip syncing to someone else's track, for example. It really is an art form.
Definitely.
Stressed enough. And I would implore anyone to drive in their car and try and lip sync to a song and hit all those notes. It's very, very difficult, so I really take my hat off to the girls, and I think that drives me even more to make sure they get the recognition that they deserve.
Exactly. And I was just going to touch on something about you say the cost involved. I know for a fact when you need to go buy makeup, and I'm not somebody that put on quite a bit, but we're talking about foundation and base, and I mean, you look at this makeup, our ladies wear. Obviously, there's money involved, and I just want to highlight the fact that obviously when you're being charged, you guys, corporates out there, anybody's going to make use of your services, take note of the fact there is cost involved. I mean, sure, they're beautiful faces.
And I think it's that preparation before you even come to stage. It takes hours for the girls.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is quite a tedious process, and yeah, it takes a lot of effort to get into drag. That's before you even hit the stage. So you're 100% correct.
Yeah. You mentioned a short moment the fact that the artists are quite resilient. And that is something that comes within, that I can do attitude, that fighting spirit in so a lot of ways. And when it comes to the queer arts as well as and performers as a whole, because there's a lot of scrutiny normally that society scope within that segment of the society and of our community. And in the last, let's say, 2 decades, a lot is more to the front. I think as a society we're a bit more inclusive. We doing things a lot more together. There's a greater appreciation. So what you currently doing for the art form as a total is so needed. It is so needed. And with that being said, when it comes to the resilience, is there, other than you, is there anybody else who's doing this?
Look, I know there are other artists that have management, but I think, to be very, very honest with you, the scale at which we're doing at that in terms of marketing the brand as the Drag Hotel, and again, like I say, it's a business, and we try and market it as extensively as possible. And for that reason, if I'm really going to be honest, I don't think so. No.
At least not in the scope and the effort that you're putting in.
No.
Now,
No.
you're somebody with a finance, management, and sporting background.
Correct.
So, talk about resilience here. Why would you do the art form of drag and start a business? That's gonna be.
Flip side.
I think the basis of, if you look at my career, it's always been working with people, and I think that's the backbone of what I have to offer. And whether I am working in the banking sector, whether I'm managing drag or performing artists, comes down to the same thing. You're working with people, and how do you give people the best of yourself and make them the best of themselves as well? And I think that's where it ties in. I believe you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And I live by that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I do believe there's a comment.
Yeah.
We just got a comment here for you, Nazeem.
Hubert. Hello, Mr. Hubert. How do they blend their drag persona with the choice of musicians? Does the one influence the other, or do they evolve together? Evolve together. Sorry.
Oh, I think there's a huge camaraderie, not only under the Drag Hotel performers, but all the performers at large. But yes, they do. You know, when we are together in our space, we really do lean on each other, and they do assist each other quite extensively. So yes, there is a big sisterhood under the artists, but yeah, we all just love to help. So yeah, I hope that's
Lovely.
Yeah. No, you're touching on it. Hubert goes on to say, he said we should get a fundraiser, and then we should, and I'm going to throw you in here as well. We should get in costume. I'm sure.
And singing.
Yeah. Listen, so I've met myself. I've met a couple of artists, and I've worked with a couple of artists around the block a couple of times. And what's always been fascinating is the names. The artists got, because Hubert touched based on it in terms of the persona, and then the artists have really catchy names and really lovely names. And is there a method to it, or is it just personal, individual taste or preference?
No, I don't. I really don't think there's a method to it. I mean, I can tell you off the bat, certain girls, you know, choose their names. Others fall into their names by accident. And I'll give you an example. For example, Maxine. Her first name Maxine comes from a wrestler that she loves in the WWE. Can you imagine that? You see, so that's a choice. The second half of her name, Wild, she was always looking for a surname. And one day she was sitting at the granny's place, and in the cabinet was a bottle of Wild Africa liqueur. And then she said, Maxine, pass me on the Wild Africa liqueur. There you go, Maxine Wild.
Maxine Wild.
You see, that's a good story.
I don't think, I don't think the names are. I think it depends on the person. You know how deep they want to take what my name is going to be. But I think it's a mixture of a conscious effort to, this is what I want, and sometimes by accident.
Yeah. Well, whether that was with Maxine Wild, whether that was by choice or accident, I think it's a great story. And that's what I'm saying. It is, you know what I mean? It's just a fantastic story in itself. Now, also the Drag Cartel, You Behind the Podcast, Straight to the Point, which aired earlier this year for the first time. And what was the reason for starting the podcast? And also, did you expect it to grow the popularity it has?
No, I didn't expect it, firstly. Did I hope? Yes, I did. I think what I really wanted was to send positive messages. I think looking past whether it becomes successful or not, my main vision and goal was to anyone who gets the opportunity to view the content, does it add value to their life? So the numbers didn't matter. It was the impact. And to answer your first question, it started from when I was sitting with all my girls, or when we're sitting in a company and they're getting ready for um, getting into their drag persona or going to do a show, I would really listen and we'd have a lot of laughs. And the conversation is always so interesting, but always so straight to the point. and and that was something that I thought people need to hear, because what I believed was that the girls are going to say things that nobody else is going to say. People think it, but they don't say it. It's conversations that happens around the braai, conversations that happens, at people's home on a Saturday evening, and they're having a couple of drinks at home. And we really felt that that's what it was going to do. It was going to give a voice to the voiceless in some sense. And how the name came about was also, and this was very important to me, because we always hear about the straight community ostracizing the queer community, and vice versa for that matter. And we believe that through this medium, it would also educate a lot of people and kind of bridge the gap between what those perceptions are of what we would call the different spaces. So, and we've really seen the impact of it. Because at the moment, I don't believe that the followers that we have are specific to one sector. So that in itself has been amazing.
Yeah. And that speaks a lot, because I often look at it when there is a bit of a argy-bargy, I always feel that it just comes out of a level of ignorance. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know.
100%.
Because when you don't know, you don't know. It is as simple as that. And best wishes for the podcast. It is really fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Just keep doing what you do. Really, really fantastic. Now, obviously, locally people would have been quite pleased, because a couple of weeks back, and let me get the date, it was in my head. I think it could have been June, July, Beulah, Queen's Funny Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, came out. And that is on Showmax, obviously, the debut earlier this year, which is,
Yes.
and it's been a brilliant show, because I know I saw it on Showmax as one of the top 10 most watched shows as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Really fabulous. And now there's almost recognition in terms of, screen time as well. This must have impacted not the drag cartel just alone, but also create a bigger awareness around the drag culture.
100%. And I think it's definitely taken it a little bit more mainstream, and people enjoy it. And I think what's important to understand when it comes to this specific series was everything was absolutely real. It's the real lives of what we experience on a daily, and that was so beautiful to be a part of as well. So, we were fortunate enough as the Drag Hotel brand to have 3 of our own girls represented
Lovely.
within the cast. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's been received very well. And yeah, we're definitely looking forward to a season 2.
Definitely.
Is that in the making already, or is it still? Do you know?
It's not, but yeah, we'll see. I think just look out, watch the space, and yeah, we're hoping that it's gonna be back for season 2. I think there's still a lot of unanswered questions that need to be answered.
Just trying to put a little pressure.
Really entertaining. No pressure at all. But yeah, it's been amazing, and it just showcases and highlights, the talent that we have right here in our own city. And I think it's absolutely amazing. What has taken place.
Exactly to what you said in terms of what this particular program does, and there's several of the episodes. It really showcases the art form, which is really fantastic. But it also speaks to the commitment, the resilience, the effort to what you alluded to earlier,
100%.
which is what we want to see. That is what everybody want to see, and it just looks fun. It just looks fun. It's a good time out, mate. Everybody wants to have a
Yeah,
job.
no, yes, most definitely it is. A lot of hard work, like I said as well. All the fun, a lot of blood, sweat, tears. But at the end of the day, the girls fight for their audience.
All
And
right.
they
Yeah.
give what they give, the best of themselves for their audience. And that's always amazing. No
So let
matter
me
what
ask you
happens
this,
behind the
the-
scenes,
Yeah.
when they step out,
Ah.
it's go time.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, and this is a bit of a naughty question. Can the artists, can the girls be really bitchy like we see, or is that all acted, or
Oh,
does
yeah.
it get acting?
I'm not even. It does. It does. A lot of pressure behind the scenes. Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
I think when they step into drag, they become these powerful individuals that are going out and going on a mission to be the best version of themselves for someone else.
Exactly.
Although there's a lot of self gratification in drag, I think, but most of the girls I've encountered work hard because they're impacting someone else's life. You know, and I think that's beautiful to hear. And I think if you watch Beulah as well and you listen to all of them speaking, you will see that they always say when they're going out, the crowd is then, you know, and that's beautiful.
So the big question is obviously where can people find the Drag Hotel? So your details. Does the hotel have anything exciting coming out? Or anything that's happening that we need to know about?
Let me see, I think can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Can you guys hear me?
I think
We
the
can,
signal
Nazeem.
was
You can hear
bad
me.
there, but we can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. So yes, there are quite a few exciting things coming up. I mean, as for the Drag Hotel, you know, there's different business units that are created, and straight to the point falls under one of them. A lot of people don't know this. It operates totally as a separate kind of entity to the Drag Hotel talent management side. And there's a few things lined up. I can't like divulge too
Don't.
much.
Fair enough.
But I think what's important is when the Drag Hotel started, most people thought, oh, here's another guy just going to manage a couple of drag queens and it's going to pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what I got, because I can tell you there's so many people that I remember maybe 13 to 15 months back that didn't believe in what I'm trying to do.
Oh wow.
And now it's the same people that didn't believe in what I'm trying to do that would hit me up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The Drag Hotel is not just focused on managing drag queens. I can't reiterate that more. And I think when I signed my first MC, I think it was, and live vocalist, it was one of the things where, oh, where did that come from? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Where did that come from? Because we were expecting something, and now you just change it up. And then when straight to the point came, it was like, oh, where did that come from? We're not expecting that. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be managing drag artists. But I ask you, and a lot of people I speak to, when I say, and I ask you what the company Naked does. Do you know the company Naked? What do they do?
Yeah. Yeah.
They sell insurance.
Yes, they do.
But by the
Exactly.
name, you're not going to know. So
Yeah.
I like to give that little bit of mind bleep. I'm going to use the word bleep because I don't know. Mind bleep, because I believe that by stepping it up and by changing it up and by creating spaces and opportunities outside of the norm, it gives every opportunity to thrive. And also challenge themselves. And that's what I like to do as well.
So beautiful
All
said.
right. No, that is brilliant, Nazeem. Listen, we got you because we know you're traveling, but I think we got the gist of it. I heard you asked what naked was, and then I got the last part there. But I think we got the gist of it. Listen, Nazeem, it has been absolutely wonderful talking to you.
Definitely.
And we wish you everything of the best. And
Thank you.
all the good luck and all the amazing things may it come the way of all the artists that you represent, and may the drag cartel just go from strength to strength. And exactly like you said, once you venture on one thing, other things come along the line that you didn't expect to find. But you got to travel the road, and that is what you're doing, my friend.
Well done.
So keep it up, and thank you so much for being with us.
It was only such a pleasure. Let me also say the platform that you are creating for people to be exposed to, I think, is absolutely amazing. And I support what you guys do 100%. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how things thrive on your side as well. And if by being on here, we can help to be a part of that journey, we are absolutely blessed to be able to do so.
Thanks,
Beautiful.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look after yourself. Thank you so much for availing yourself, Nazeem, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you,
wow,
Nazeem.
wow.
Nazeem Southgate, everybody, the person there behind the drag cartel. And I tell you what,
Wow.
it is
wow,
absolutely
wow.
brilliant. And Nazeem touched on quite a bit of stuff there, Oda. One of the things he mentioned is the fact that, you know, the artists they represent in terms of resilience, the amount of effort, the dedication. And you got to look at it this way, because as a performer, let me tell you right now, as somebody who's been doing this performing for many years, it's like you putting your soul out there.
Exactly.
You're putting your soul out there, and that is what people are seeing, the part that they don't normally see. They see the inner workings, you know.
Exactly.
This is it, and that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of effort to do that.
I was going to say, especially with you, I mean, you know, you did that show as well, which was Manshara, and I know we spoke about how you had to just change your personality and how tiring it was. And I imagine a presenter, and I mean, you know it yourself, once you go out and you're presenting, that's a totally different persona compared to you being the other person. So that amount of effort, the makeup, the prepping before that's a lot of work. That's a lot.
Do you know what? I can just think about it, because I can equate it to comedy. I mean, I think a joke, for instance, that will become a one-line or just the MC line that I'm going to use will take me years to perfect. You know, you're doing stuff now that has become into fruition, but it's gags I wrote like years ago.
We go. Yeah.
That has only become grown-up gags now, where you could actually do it, you know, where they can stand on their own.
Exactly.
And Nazeem touched on it. So there's a lot of dedication, a lot of effort that goes into it. And of course, the appreciation is there, because more people are being exposed to drag shows, and more people are enjoying it and are appreciating the true art form and the amazing talent that is on display, and that is important. So wherever you are, go. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful night out. I've been to a show or two, and it's absolutely a wonderful time, Rhoda.
It is brilliant. I myself been to a few shows, and I'm telling you, it's been, for me personally, the best shows ever, because the entertainment is on another level.
It's amazing.
I mean, the dancing, the outfits. I mean, geez, the hairdos. It is really on another level. So I really love it. There was something Hubert put there, and I think he gave you a name, Dougal. So, you know, everybody have a name, and I think he came up with a name for you. There we go. Diva Doog.
No.
Doogalicious. I like that one, because that is my word for it. Doogalicious.
That's what you always say,
That's what I always tell him, Mr. Doogalicious.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll run it past Nazeem, see what he thinks. But
You must sign yourself up.
You want to fall into it, but well done on the effort, Hubert. Let's not discount the effort. But you're absolutely right. It is some of the best shows and one of the most enjoyable times I've had watching shows and live performances. There has been in the CBD going to a drag show or two. And it was absolutely just the best in terms of crowd participation, in terms of... you know, and as a performer, you go out and you kind of see where the standard of appreciation is.
Exactly.
Because, like, you 5 minutes in and you want to get up on your feet and do a standing ovation. And this is the thing, because I always think standing ovations, we so eager to do it and so quick to do it. And, you know, I'm sometimes a bit reluctant to, but, you know, because in my mind I've got what I expect. But some of the best shows I've seen.
Yes, I've seen.
So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thanks again to our special guest, Nazeem, who joined us here from the Drag Cartel. Of course, to find out more, you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all there. We had the details on the screen. The Drag Cartel. Very, very, very easy. And also, you got to go check out the website at www.thedragcartel.co.za. And if you want to email and book,
Book them.
info@dragcartel.co.za. Go check out the website. All the details will be there, of course, and absolutely brilliant. Go follow them. Really, really awesome.
And I think as well, Dougal, you know what? There's a lot of corporates that's doing a lot of events right now. End of year parties. Go get yourself,
There you go.
you know,
This is-
contact
yeah,
the Drag
yeah,
Cartel.
this is,
You
brilliant.
will be impressed having an MC basically running.
100%.
Or presenter.
100%. And especially if you're in charge of booking the end of year function and you
Yes.
don't like your box, speak to one of the artists.
True. Say, Dougal.
That's why people
Twitter,
book me normally. But anyway, I'm just saying, spread it. That's it from us. Thank you for watching Mahala Monday, and we'll be back with you next week. Another exciting episode comes your way. Whatever you choose to do tomorrow, as it is the big Heritage Day, I know fires will be lit.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, Rhoda can see colors, see smells, so she'll know exactly what's cooking wherever you are.
I'll find
From
out
all
where
of
you're
us,
at.
thank you very much. Thanks for your comments. Look after yourselves, everybody. Cheers.